Hey, hope everyone is doing well. Now we are going to pick up a new data set. Let's go ahead and pick this one up. Global YouTube statistic. Let's explore it right now. We have to change the format. Let's go ahead. It's not the format, but it's more of encoding thingy. Coding equals to all that in one. What about right now? It seems like it is working. This is info. We have to reveal a secret. Tons of data points. So there are 28 columns, 995 rows. So the good thing here is there are just few objects, and a lot is float 64, which means it is an integer float. The data type, these are numbers, so it is going to be easier for us. So let's go ahead and scan this first. Rank YouTuber, categories, country rank, lowest yearly earnings, highest yearly earnings. So these are pretty interesting data points it has. So we are more interested toward the monthly incomes and yearly earnings, channel type rank, country rank. So yeah, this one has a really interesting data point, which means we are going to be spending some time to it. Let's go ahead and see the head. So this is the rank. Before we start, right, we would have to see if there is any data that we need to normalize. So first, let's go ahead and find if there is. Yep, there are some, right? So what we are going to be doing is we are going to find a percentage. Percentage of the data, right? So each of these columns, this is now the percentage. The total amount of data, if it exceeds more than 50%, it is not recommended. It's not good at all. There's going to be an instance where we would want to remove those columns too, but for these for the sake of this video, we're not training any machine learning models. We're just analyzing the data. So we are just going to let it be. If we have to fill it with unknown, also for example with categories, right? So what we are going to be doing is filling missing data points. So first we're going to start with the category. Not feeling in place. So let's go ahead and do the exact same thing and try to see if we are getting this exact same record right. I mean, so here with category, we don't have it anymore. So where were we? We're at the country right now. We'll fill NA. Let's just do place equals to true. Now we're going to be moving to abbreviation. So what it means is we don't know what the abbreviation is. We do have some idea, but let's see. Okay. We don't know yet, so unknown in place equals to true. Channel type. So let's go ahead and do channel type. Channel underscore type info. This object type, right? Let's go ahead and see some sample data. So what is it? Channel type is still object, right? So what we are going to be doing is channel type and the fill NA. Course, we're still going to be unknown in place. It's true. We are still at the phase where we're cleaning the data, right? Now what we do have is channel type rank. Info. So this is number, right? Float 64. Let's go ahead and see what are these. Let's go ahead and pick some samples. Okay. I'm missing. So for us, it is going to be way more easier for us to analyze it. We would have to mark it, right? If it is 0. Yeah, 0 is going to be totally fine. We would have to index it on 0. Replace. Okay, so what is the other one? going to be using control rank. Let's go ahead and get some info. Now let's go ahead and see and get some samples of it. I'm going to be using So one of the things we do have to eventually understand is in what are some of the cases where we can use just put a zero or unknown, or where we do have to use a mean or the value that is just below that row or above that row, right? Eventually we are going to investigate, but for now let's keep on moving. Going to have to use So it's more of a statistical or mathematical problem than the language problem, right? The sample is going to be 5. So yeah, in some cases we could just totally remove the rows that do not have any data. I think I should have done some of these things. So now what we are going to be doing is this tool to have some of these um, subscriber for the last 30 days. Right. What are we going to be doing? How are we? Okay, so let's just leave the data like that and let's go ahead and see. And then let's just see the 10 of the. We don't have to. Let's go ahead and see Hardy. So let's go ahead and we'll see what are the most common year. Created year. Account values. Well, accounts. Okay. Let's see it in a pie chart. So most of these YouTubers, they have started in 2014, 2016, 2022, 2021. Still on the list, but to 2024, which means they mean 10 years, right? '98 YouTubers have been doing it for 10 years. Um, what else are we going to? do one other thing that we have to. So now what we are going to be doing, we just got sidetracked, right? Do you have the columns? So let's see. Let's view all rows of a column. YouTuber. Let's go ahead and see what the categories are. Uploads. What is uploads? What does it have? Let's go ahead and see. Ooh, the amount of videos, right? Okay, let's go ahead and sort. Values with uploads. We're going to see who are the ones. So we're going to drop rows that has uploads goes to 0. Drop I just want to make sure that let me double check and see what this code is going to be doing, if it is going to be. What difference will it make if we remove the dot index? Okay, let's rerun this code again. Now, what else do you want to have is we would want to have the ranking too. I think the index is a rank here. Also, what we will do is what we will do over here is we'll get this straight. So let's go ahead and see what are some of the columns that we can play with. Okay. We're going to, so all the rows, but let's filter the column. Let's go ahead and view the rank. YouTuber. Burr. Subscribers. Category uploads. You now want to see country. video views for the last 30 days. The lowest monthly earnings. I guess trade we missed spelling up. Okay, it is pretty much everything that hit. Still wanna uploads, earnings. Let's go ahead, let's filter with the lowest. Earnings is less than, is greater than 10,000. THLY monthly earnings. Let's go ahead and see how many. 567. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what about the 20,000. So okay, let's do a filter, and we would want to see there are going to be two conditions, right? So the one is going to be 10,000 and the other one, oops, is going to be making less than $20,000. Let's see, who are these people and what do they do? And let's put one more filter. Country should be United States. Country is equals to United States. How many of these are? Let's go ahead and count. Save. So these are just 48 right now. Let's investigate the target group. Okay. So now what are we target? group. Let's go ahead and see what are there the law target group. Let's do a value count. Let's just do this first. This is cool. I'm gonna plot. Let's plot and see what's the bar. Okay, now let's go ahead and just see the target group. Group the lock. Group lock. I'm gonna see everything. YouTuber, subscriber, let's go ahead and see. Not being utilizing fully. Let's get the disk space. Get group. Let's go ahead and stop it. How do we, is there a way for us to stop it? Okay, so this is it, right? Has this been so it looks like it has been sorted with the number of subscribers that they have. NBA, so these are pretty big names, right? Like Apple. Let's sort with the what happens if we just type target group. So there are tons of data points, right? Here we do not have any, in this table we don't have any monetary values, but in the table below we do have monetary value. Let's just sort values. Yeah, let's go ahead and sort it out with the number of uploads that is being done. So now this is being sorted in ascending order, which means the smaller is on the top, the lower is on the top, and it goes higher, right? So this is pretty much, so the person has to have $1.5 million to, now let's go ahead and add some of these values that we have down here, right? Lowest monthly earnings and highest monthly earnings. This is the lowest monthly earnings, and this is monthly earnings. earnings. So, okay, how have we sorted these data? Sorted by uploads, right? So they are making at least $10,000, and the highest one is. So it looks like they are pretty. So making tons. Let's go ahead and sort with the highest monthly earnings. Eventually, we would have to think about where did these tea come from. Okay, so it's 16. $264,000. This is a lot. This is pretty insane. Let's go ahead and highest. First, we do have lowest yearly earnings. And let's add the highest. This is a pretty solid number. At the end of the day, so the average upload. So instead of doing the sorting the value with the highest monthly income, let's go ahead and sort with the uploads. So the category is still going to be. Let's go ahead. Sort with uploads. We don't really care about sort uploads value count. Value counts. And we are going to we're not going to plot it. Yes, eventually we can now. Let's into this and plot kind of close to bar. So what we were supposed to do was, let's copy this column and let's still see the table, right? If there are going to be some individuals who would want to see the real table, because eventually we are going to be uploading these data points or these analysis in our GitHub, and individuals would be able to see all these data points and the operation that was done. within this data point. So one of the conclusion that we can come up with is if we have a certain target market rate, and the individuals who are making at least $10,000 to $20,000 range, their category, they fall under the highest the category that we have the highest YouTubers are in music, entertainment, people in vlog, the unknown who do not have any value, education, gaming, science and technology. So what category are we going to fall under? We don't know yet. We will figure it out. Let's go ahead and find correlation metrics. So how are we going to find correlation with columns and target group subset with columns that are number only? Okay, let's do this. Type equals to number. You types number dot correlation. There we go. So it's basically correlation metrics. Now what we're gonna do is heat map correlation metrics. We do already have this data point. Ooh. So explain. So it seems like there is a significant correlation in between lowest. There is very high correlation in between these videos views, so it makes sense to have a correlation with it. Monthly earnings, the number of uploads that do not have any correlation. So it seems like there is a negative correlation. This is a positive one, this is a positive one, But yeah, the data is really interesting. There could be a lot of analysis that could be done. We will do later in upcoming videos in future, but for now, this is the short and sweet analysis. I'll see you guys in another video.